Welcome to our channel. So, you think you know oxtail, do you? Well, let me tell you, this ain't some leftover scraps for the dog's dinner. This, my friends, is a lovely culinary adventure waiting to happen. Forget your fancy fillets and your overpriced ribeyes, we're going on a global journey to explore the wonders of oxtail. From the Caribbean to Asia, we'll be diving into pots of flavor that'll make your taste buds sing like a choir of angels. Get ready to ditch the takeaway menus and dust off your aprons because we're about to turn this humble ingredient into a masterpiece. Number 1, reggae in a bow. First stop, Jamaica, home of reggae, rum, and some of the most flavor-packed oxtail stew you'll ever taste. We're talking tender meat falling off the bone, swimming in a rich aromatic gravy that's been simmering for hours. The secret? A blend of spices like allspice, Scotch bonnet peppers, and thyme that'll send your senses straight to the beach. This ain't your grandma's stew, it's a lovely party in a pot. Number 2, pochecos, perfection. Next, we're heading to South Africa for a taste of pochecos, a traditional stew cooked outdoors in a cast iron pot. It's like a camping trip and a gourmet meal had a love child, and trust me, it's goddamn delicious. We're talking oxtail slow cooked with veggies, herbs, and a touch of magic. Okay, maybe it's just red wine, until it's melt in your mouth tender. This is the kind of dish that brings people together, so grab your mates and get ready for a taste of South African sunshine. Number 3, Chinese braised oxtail. Alright, my friend, we've tackled the Caribbean and Africa. Now get ready to walk and roll because we're heading to China. These folks know a thing or two about cooking meat low and slow, and their braised oxtail, well, let's just say it's really brilliant. First things first, we're ditching the Dutch ovens and grabbing a wok. Get that oil screaming hot, you need it practically smoking before those oxtails hit the pan. We're going for a good sear here, not some cheap pale excuse for browning. Get some color on those babies for God's sake. Next up, the aromatics. Ginger, garlic, star anise, and a few dried chilies. These are the foundations of flavor. Fry them gently until they release their beautiful fragrance, but don't you dare burn them. I've seen more finesse in a bull in a china shop than some of you amateures in the kitchen. Now let's talk sauce. Soy sauce, Shaoxing wine, rock sugar, and some good quality stock are the key players here. Don't even think about using that cheap excuse for stock you get in those cardboard boxes. If you can't make your own, at least buy it from a decent butcher, you lovely friend. Once the sauce is simmering away, it's time to reunite the oxtails with their fragrant friends. Chuck them back in the wok, bring it to a boil, then turn the heat down and let it all get cozy. This is a slow dance, not an Usain Bolt sprint, so let those oxtails braise until they're falling off the bone. And while that's happening, let's talk vegetables. Chinese cuisine is all about balance, so we're adding some carrots and daikon for sweetness and texture. Don't just chuck them in whole, you donut. Cut them into decent-sized chunks, otherwise they'll take as long as the bloody oxtails to cook. Finally, after what feels like an eternity, because good food takes time, you impatient folks, it's ready. Serve it up with some steamed rice and greens, and for God's sake, don't forget the chili oil for those who like it with a kick. This Chinese braised oxtail is so good, it'll make you want to shout, "Wo ai niu wei," from the rooftops. Number 4, Mamma Mia, Italian oxtail ragu. Alright, you donkey, listen up. We've tackled the beautiful Caribbean, lovely Africa, and even the magical Far East. Now, we're heading to a place where passion and food collide, the magnificent Italy. That's right, we're making a classic ragu alla bolognese, but with a twist. We're using oxtail. It's gonna be richer, deeper, and so damn delicious, it'll make you want to sing opera in the streets. First things first, get yourself some decent oxtail. None of that scrawny, pathetic stuff. We want meaty, flavorful pieces. Brown that bad boy in some olive oil until it's nice and caramelized. This is the base of your flavor, so don't screw it up. Now toss in your sofrito. That's onion, carrot, and celery, you donut. Let it sweat it out until it's soft and fragrant. Next comes the good stuff, red wine. Don't be stingy. Pour in a generous glug. Let it simmer and reduce, scraping up all those lovely brown bits from the bottom of the pan. This is where the magic happens. Now add your tomatoes, some beef stock, and a bouquet garni. Let it all bubble away gently for a few hours. Remember, patience is key. This ain't a bloody fast food joint. We're building layers of flavor here. While that simmers, get started on your pasta. Fresh is always best, my lovely culinary companions. None of that dried, packaged options. Once the ragu is thick and rich, it's time to assemble. Toss your pasta in that luscious sauce and grate some Parmesan over the top. There you have it, a delicious masterpiece. Now get it in your gob and tell me that's not better than any takeaway you've ever had. Number 5. British oxtail soup. Right then, back to my roots. Forget the fancy French cuisine and the Ponzi foams. We're going back to basics with a proper British classic, oxtail soup. This is comfort food at its finest. Perfect for those cold, rainy nights when you need something to warm your soul. Start by roasting your oxtail with some root vegetables, carrots, onions, celery, until they're golden brown and delicious. Then chuck it all in a pot with some beef stock, a splash of red wine, and a bouquet garni. Let it simmer away for a few hours until the meat is falling off the bone. While that's bubbling away, get your veg prepped. We're talking chunky carrots, potatoes, pearl barley, anything that screams hearty and wholesome. Once the oxtail is cooked, shred the meat and add it back to the pot along with your veg. Season it generously with salt and pepper, because a bland soup is a bloody insult to your taste buds. Let it all simmer until the vegetables are tender, then ladle it into bowls and top with some fresh parsley. There you have it, a proper British oxtail soup that would make your granny proud. Now get it down your neck and stop whining about the weather. So there you have it, you bunch of culinary delinquents. We've traveled the globe, from the sunny shores of Jamaica to the rolling hills of the UK, all in pursuit of the perfect oxtail dish. We've braised, stewed, and roasted, and hopefully, I've taught you a thing or two about how to make this often overlooked cut of meat shine. Now get off your backside and start cooking. Impress your family and friends with these incredible recipes. Show them that oxtail isn't just for the not very friendly days anymore. And remember, just like a good oxtail stew, life is full of surprises. You never know where your next culinary adventure will take you. Just make sure you don't get your lovely tail caught in the door. For more food and drinks tips and recipes, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you never miss an update from us. Tell us about your thoughts in the comment section. Check out our other videos for more culinary inspiration. We love you. Until next time, keep cooking, stay adventurous.